세러데이 쇼다운 젠지 스포츠 대 KT 롤스터.
Here, that comes. Oh my God! Showmaker?
Wait,
oh my
what?
God! It's gonna be Diana.
When you look at Bro's comp, everything they want to do is basically create space, right? You get that AP jungler, so you have some AP damage, and you can get some great setups with Lilia. But you want to disengage, you want to create space, you want to carry as the game comes along.
Yeah, kite back with your double AD carries.
Yeah, and then DK is like, how many buttons do we need to press? All of them at the same time, ideally. As this is going mid lane, right? In game number 1, right from the get-go, right from the start. So tell your friends to get in the channel as we are getting into the Rift for game number 1. Yeah, almost just a little bit over a year. 376 against and Lava.
With Wukong and Seraphine. Love that. As we do have, I don't know. We'll see who gets first move here. Nice dodge from Canyon there with the E.
Yeah. In goes Karis, and Canyon has to flash away, but he's burned down. That's a free kill. First blood given over to Karis. As he flashed and hopped on in, he is ready to go. So not helping the lane. Is now trying to set up here on a Canyon flash use by Umpty, trying to get this damage. Look at how much he does. Canyon can't get out of here. He's not even going to flash. It's just a kill given over to Umpty already. That's 2-0 now to Bro. You're engaging from behind against Xayah, but they do get the Featherstorm out.
Very
now
early.
Threatening the backline. There is the Cloud Drake as the engage comes in from the side of DK, but look at that. Morgan pushes everybody into the side. Karis is just so bad as Kana is chasing down Henna. Henna not able to do any damage in this fight. Just running away from the Croc, but it doesn't matter because they have 280 carries. Karis just going to jump on in there. It's a double kill to the side of Karis, and now he's going to pick up another kill down here, and that is a massive fight in their favor. Not a single kill goes to DK.
Still win this 2v2 if you 100-0 a target.
Umpty's here. There is the combo. They do get onto Karis, who just hops away. Double sleep is coming in, and the rest of the cavalry is coming up the river as DK are just routed. Everybody's just running away. Canyon is going to go down. So will Showmaker. Canyon trying his best, but this is just free kill over to Karis. He's going to hop on in for that one, as Canyon's not even worth full gold anymore. As, bowling ball is going to hit again. And he is ticking down.
Kill him. Yeah, Morgan should be able to mark him here.
Yeah, they're just going to wait. They want to take the fight here as there is the charm onto Kana. The follow-up, the triple knock-up from Morgan is going to find everybody on the back line as Canyon flashes away. Umpty can't quite take him out as Bible looks to be dead. TP is coming in, the explosion there as
We're witnessing it again. Breon are surely at the very least going to take this game number 1 win as we do see the teleport come through. D+ is still contesting this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just desperation at this point. It's like either contest and lose the fight or don't contest and lose the game, and they chose to fight as Deft comes in and Fernum hits him, doesn't do any damage really as down goes Deft. He has no front line as DK are just running away. It is 12-0 in game number 1.
Morgan votes I'm completely on board with. I think he's had a good game, but to me, yeah, it's about Karis or Umpty.
I wonder how Henna feels riding the bus.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. It's all split.
But he's Xayah. Like, he's just sitting there.
This is karma for him, okay? He's tried so hard at the beginning of this split.
Okay, nice little try here as they are going to get on top of Karis. A huge amount of damage does come in. Finally, the combo is there, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to live as Bro are really just smacking him down now as Deft just being bullied here on the backside. It is a clean 5-0 ace. Bro will win game number 1 in 27 minutes with a 17-0 scoreline. You cannot make this up. Down will go the Nexus, and they will win game 1. And yes, DK didn't quite step up to the plate, and then Bro ran away with the 17-0 lead. It's not every team that can do that.
Really hot. We'll see what they want to round this out with.
Oh, Bard.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, seems good. Now Rakan is up there.
Isn't Barrel? Man, remember when Barrel played Bard in Game 5 of the World's Finals and somehow won with it? That happened.
Yeah.
I still don't...
Bard is a great pick.
Yeah, I mean,
Will it happen? They need to take one of the next two. We'll see if this is the draft to get it done as we hop into the Rift for game number 2.
And Deft actually going for Cull, something that we haven't really been seeing too much of. A lot more Doran's Blades, a lot more aggression in the laning phase, with Enchanters somewhat going by the wayside.
Now, and he won, and everybody's like, okay, it's a thing now.
Yeah. There's been so many examples of champions that like got a tiny buff, and then they had early dive.
Yeah, this is a very nice setup here. They're trying to get on top of Henna, as in they go tons of damage already, but the flash away effort gets the knock-up and keeps him alive for now. Canyon takes a massive amount of damage, and they do not take down Effort or Henna yet. As in they go on a Bible.
Coming.
And Canyon's going to get rooted up. The damage is nearly there. The Q goes in up to Effort as locked in. And so many low health bars are here. But it will be DK to pick up a double kill for Deft, just barely underneath the turret. Man, yeah, I feel like the Bro bot lane did about as well as they could have. I looked at it again in the replay. Seemed like the autos were fine, and Effort did a fantastic job of getting the knockups and trying to body block. As here's Canyon again. This time, you know, no teleports. Nobody seems to know this is happening, although there is a ward down. They are trying to clear the wave before
Lance
it does
is almost
come
up.
In they go. The knockup is there onto Leona. Bible is tanking it up, but this time around it is much cleaner. Just like that. 2 kills more to the DK side. No dive 3.
No, I think with the Cleanse Flash and heal being available, you do take somewhat of a risk, although, you know, the combos were definitely available. I think Deft might be sitting on close to an item finish. Canyon also got a score drinker, so there's already enough fire in this comp as is. I don't think they needed more Valdez. Oh, and they go.
Little flash, trying to get the shutdown. Deft, nice cleanse and flash away. And that is a big committal. That's going to be the end of Umpty as they go very deep to try to pick that one up. But again, it's pretty difficult when Deft has all sums available and some teleports from his team. Pit.
This is eerily reminiscent of what happened in the KT series in game number 1. We'll see if D+ can change history this time around. Obviously a different opponent. Karis still has the value.
Just keep that crown. Just keep your crown for it. It's that easy.
Yeah. I mean, of all the targets to go for, he definitely wouldn't be the one that ideally you'd want to go for anyway, even without crown. But with crown, even more so. Showmaker.
Yeah, looking for him. He's going to get caught out 100% here. Doesn't even flash or even really have a chance to. So kind of strange. He was pretty far up the wave there and against a Vi. So, and Rakan, you can't quite be there.
So it's a good pick.
Yeah, you got to lock it down a little bit tighter from ahead. This game, you know, especially because we have stagnated for so long, Bro did give up the first Infernal, but now they're absolutely going to make a stand here on the second one. Canyon trying to get into the brush, and he's just getting 100 to 0. Oh, he does get away. The kick as well, and Effort goes down. Canyon tanky enough to get through all of that CC from the side of Bro, and now Karis is on the run. No more crown for him. Down he goes, and the Jinx is excited. That is the Zenith Blade. This Bible's getting pretty close to the sun here, but the equalizer might be good enough. Umpty trying to get back in there, but will not get the kill. As Bible will survive, there's the cask, and Bro will have to give away Infernal Soul to DK.
Haha, not even close. Yes. Oh my god, D+ making this exciting. Looks like Canyon is just going to get 100 to 0, which would be a loss of the Dragon.
Should be enough. should absolutely be enough. And now look at this. Henna getting flanked. That's going to be Tibbers. I don't know if he gets out of this. The Q comes in, and down he goes. Def going to get excited, and Umpty's going in, trying to zone away the carries of DK. But they have too many carries, as Karis is not going to be able to do anything. Def just chasing him down, and it looks like DK did have enough. They should have enough, and they would have enough in this one, as the Infernal Soul and Fed Jinx will get them across the line. Bible going to tank this one for them, and now they get the Baron.
That's the one guy that doesn't have a stopwatch. Just kill him before he can ult on top of himself. The problem here, of course, is that D+ still have Baron, and it's 10 seconds until this Drake comes through, so they can actually just go in as, Bible.
Yeah, it is Leona, though, as immediately Equalizer comes down. They are hitting true to the mark as they get on in there, but it is just a massive kick to come through, and now trying to fight front to back is Karis and Umpty, but they're just getting wiped off the rip. as now Umpty will go down. That is a clean ace to the side of DK, and we will have a game number 3 to the surprise of nobody. Down will go this turret, and this will be the end of game 2.
And if you don't watch the LCK this split, you know, if you just come in, you tune in, you're like, oh man, Canyon looking the same as he always does. And I am voting for him for POG. It is happening, but the amount of I don't even know how to describe it. The fact that we can go from that Diana
what
game
an anomaly.
to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the post game here, as the damage certainly coming out in heaps. I said surely and certainly at the same time. That was weird. Yeah, just a very one-sided game, much like game 1. A little bit.
So there are also like 3 different builds for Zeri. Nautilus would make complete sense. I think any engager is fine. Alistair would be my personal preference because of the matchup into Rel. And I think that the ability to disengage and just tank a Maokai ult is really, really valuable. But this gives you a lot more offensive agency.
Yeah, that is really the key question. Let's jump onto the rift for game number 3. Well,
honestly, that's me.
Neil is another one of those champions that's kind of like Ivern, but also not quite like Ivern, where it's just like, okay.
Expect to see a continuation of the earlier play, as Canyon might run into Umpty here, but it's just it's gonna queue him, walk it off, and now they will have really good knowledge of where Umpty is going to be in the near future. Oh, wow.
Well,
yeah, of course, we all get to change our minds.
Oh, a little crash down, Bible. Does he have Q? Doesn't look like it, as he's just going to walk it off. Totally fine, but this is going to be advantage in the lane to Henna and Effort now. Just a little bit. There's always this kind of patch bias where usually it's in the case of, okay, we get like a mini buff for a champion, then it like bursts onto the scene.
Yeah.
And
getting a little bit low here.
Yeah, Henna as well. There it is, the crash down immediately, and the flash is perfect as the Maokai ultimate on the chase here. Deft super low, and the Rel is just doing the damage, as it will not be enough, though. Deft is going to get that Q in, but you would imagine that eventually he will go down, as Umpty will trade it back.
Picking up a kill either. So we're going to take another look here as Deft is able to get his Q down first, crucially. Henna's already really low, so it's all about can you actually get the damage down. He's able to stand behind Bible and just goes for as much Blight stacks as he can before proccing them. Able to get himself, or rather set up the kill for his teammate. If Canyon was a little bit earlier, could have been, oh, hold up.
Here we go. A lot of stuff down, and they just, okay. Bone plating, you know, can help out a little bit. And it looks like Bro actually do want to fight this. His teleport kept here by Morgan. He's got a fantastic angle here, but
timing!
They're looking to turn onto him. Very nicely done, as look at this frontline Bible in a lot of trouble, but the damage goes into Umpty, as in goes Kana looking for that backline. Effort super low as well, and Bro, they way overextend in the fight, and DK just hold their ground and shoot back at them, as now Morgan just on the run. Might actually be able to back here, but they know where he is. As one shock blast actually just going to stop this back easily. Yeah, Morgan's just dead. Down he will go. There's going to be 3 kills and the Drake over to the side of DK.
I think he got the... Yeah, they got the damage. So, and until the turrets actually start falling here for Brian, we see that they're still very proactive, really taking control. This Bible.
Ooh, nice response from Henna and Effort. But they are committing to this, as out comes Daisy, and now Effort in a rough spot is going to bait everybody in, but down he will go. But that's a kill over to Henna now, who is going to have to flash the Arrow of Deft. One kind of looks like Bro really
that's not
hanging out. Yeah, and he's even taking shift damage on the backside of the minion wave after that, after the shockwave. As now, a bit of an engage is coming in. The siege is just insane, as Henna has to get over the wall. He's just not able to play the game right now, as no engage comes in and Henna has to walk away.
So, but the further we get in the game, I do think that the scaling advantage, even with a double AD carry composition, I'd favor D+. I think that Jack specifically with Ivern into double AD is such a menace.
But Counter-Strike available, it is going to catch him. Kana hops in the river. Meanwhile, some poke. Oh, he's going to eat that one. Effort as he brings him in, and huge wombo combo immediately. Bible is going to go down. As now finally Deft will join up. There is the huge burst damage going in onto Karis. The Shock Blast looks like it went just barely wide. Still was quite the burst damage straight into his face. As I suppose for Bro, I mean, Morgan's continuing to win the side lane for now.
And with teleports available as well for Khan, I don't think there really is a Baron angle.
Yeah, Morgan just going to get knocked back as gets dunked on by the Jace, and a couple more others will do it. Showmaker, a nice gank from the mid lane comes in. Who's going to win this fight already? DK setting up the brushes. Canyon denying a lot of vision, as you can see.
Very annoying.
To be able to throw some saplings in there at least. But the poke, as long as they sit here in the brush and just poke them out, and don't actually fight, as now they're trying to get on Takana, but again, like you mentioned, he's got flash, he's got stopwatch, he's really tanky.
Counter-strike as well.
Yeah, he's just tanking it up, and now he's got Redemption coming in. Can they even take out Kauna? I don't think so. As they go very deep for the attack. Flash on in, Karis is taking a big amount of damage. Now Morgan coming forward, immediately dies, as they will trade Kauna for it, but I think DK are totally fine with that.
It's the Ivern.
Yeah, the Ivern looking for that root, not quite going to hit it, but Bible will hit his, as now the second AD carry going to be in a rough spot. This time it will be Karis as he gets rooted up, and down he will go. So DK take a massive fight, and will take this Mountain Drake.
Not even I believe in that was Showmaker.
And Showmaker's getting in there onto Umpty. He is very deep. He is looking to be dead. He does have the stopwatch. Chains of Corruption coming in. Lots of damage from Death. But again, you know, flashes are down. Stopwatches are down. Kana's being hounded as well on the top side as the poke continues in from DK.
Oh, that's a lot of ultis gone.
Bro, I don't think you can really do
They should not force this. I think they might have a suspicion.
Well, they want to take the turn. The turn is good. They're getting on top of Depth. The cleanse is there, and the damage is no follow-up. Comes in from the side of Bro, as now Morgan is just left out to dry. Down he will go, so will Effort, as now Kana can easily follow up here. The Zeri does pop her ult, and DK will hold off for now, but now it's their turn at the Baron.
And you gotta imagine that after the previous fight, Bro felt like they were in a corner, because there is going to be a possibility for a Mountain Soul, which will make Deft nigh unkillable.
This damage is insane. I mean, they two-shot Effort.
Yep.
Effort's supposed to be relatively tanky, but he's not.
Absolutely not.
Not against this team.
Kana feeling so safe here. Does have the Zhonya's now as well.
Oh, at least we got the Scorch Claw smite on him.
Yay!
Well, that's not the reason why Bro are behind in this one, but felt like I should meme it as even the bottom lane is pushing.
It's gonna fall. Poke is gonna start landing.
Yeah, up go the bushes, in comes the poke. And you can understand the desperation from Bro. It's either you sit here and get poked out or you engage, and sometimes that engage
Umpty's ult after looking for an angle.
Oh, Daisy! Daisy, no! She's dead. And that, you know, we saw how much value that got in the last fight. Bro trying to set up here onto this one, kind of doing a great job of zoning them away as the depth charge doesn't get a lot of value. Stopwatch here as well. Zonya's probably here for Kana as the shield available. In he goes, trying to zone away the team as Umpty in a rough spot nearly gets 100 to 0. Does the damage? It's just not there for the side of Bro. Immediately they will get absolutely shredded down by the Jace and the Varus, as now Henna just running away. At least Zeri can still do that, but is not going to survive in this game. As Downey will go the TP into mid, and Karis is just having his fun.
And D+ gonna be able to pick up a crucial win here. But man, Brion made it a fight for them. Brion really, with even just the game win again, setting themselves up for a much better fight, but fortunately for D+, they won't be slipping too far. Gonna go to 9-5 here. Depending on the result later today, can take over Home by Life on that third place spot.
And that's gonna do it. Nexus goes down and Deft goes legendary again here in game number 3. Just to close this one out, we'll take a look at some of the damage numbers. That's what happens when, first of all, you get a lead, and then you have a couple of ranged AD carries, or just carries that are great at poking and using the brushes and using the Ivern very well. Great job.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG Interview translation. We are here joined by Kana, Deft, after their win up against OK Savings Bank, Brion. Congratulations, guys. You got your revenge on OK Savings Bank. Bro, how do you feel?
사실
Well, I wasn't playing in round 1, so I don't want to call it a revenge, you know? Doesn't feel like a revenge for me, but game 1, you know? We kind of lost helplessly, so I think we managed to, you know, still remain strong, keep the mental fortitude in order to close out the series with a win. There was a struggle, you know, we lost the first game. It was not an easy series, to be honest. But I think today, this series was so huge in terms of, you know, third place determination. So I'm so glad that we were able to grab this match win in the end. Kana, show us that fan sign. Tomorrow, Showmaker is having his birthday. And also, with this win today, Showmaker just got his 300th LCK win. Any message over to Showmaker? And a Showmaker cell phone case. So, happy birthday, Showmaker. Yay. What about you, Kana? Happy birthday. And, you know, get ready for the birthday present, or rather a birthday punch from me. Hopefully we can see that in DD plus Kia YouTube content in the future. Kana, I want to talk about today's series, going all the way back to the first game. You guys decided to go for the Yasuo Diana Cup after such a long time. Tell us more about it. Showmaker practiced this a lot recently, and he's really good at it, you know. And also he's really confident in that comp, especially in that Yasuo, so we decided to give it a shot today. And then Bro decided to play Tristana Lilia into that comp. And Kana, there's a fan sign about you. Do you like that? They're my friends, actually. They're from my hometown, Andong. And it says, Andong, best food is jimdak, Andong. Soju is also famous, and then Andong is famous for Kana. But I want to go back to game number 1 one more time. So Tristana Lilia was the opponent's mid-jungle duo. How did D plus Kia kind of react to that comp after losing the first game? Early on, we made mistakes. So we wanted to go back to, you know, a bit of an easier comp, you know, just go button comp. We just didn't want to go for the hard level execution comp. So we were like, yeah, we lost the first game, but let's focus up for game 2 and 3. Are you cracking up because of your friends in the crowd? Kind of. Game 2, we had so many kills early on the bottom lane. So let's take a look at this replay where D plus Kia pulled off a very clean and perfect turret dive. It was a hard force play. What kind of communication went back and forth? We should have actually focused on the recon, but our communication was not clean. So it was a very close one. But our initial setup was not this, I can tell you that. But in the end, D plus Kia managed to secure a kill and then also have a successful follow-up turret dive as well. So you guys were kind of hard forcing a lot of plays on the bottom lane. Why was that? It was mostly about the champion matchup. We were playing Jinx Aphelios matchup, so Jinx needs to get ahead. She needs a lot of attention from the jungler, so we wanted to be a lot more proactive. And then game 3, we saw Zeri after a very long while. Second Zeri of this current patch version. So were you expecting a Zeri World Cup? So many AD carries were banned at that moment, so like any marksman could have been picked. I was not expecting Zeri specifically, but I was happy to see Zeri getting locked in by the opponent. And this was the first Zeri Rel comp in this patch. How was it? Well, Zeri itself it's not a good spot to win a game right now. I don't think Zeri is a good champion at the moment. And Kana, you finally managed to play Jax in Game 3. You know, Kia banned Jax in the first 2 games. I guess you guys kind of rate this champion very highly, right? Well, not really. It's not that we prioritize Jax a lot. It's just more about our comp, how to round out our draft. So it kind of depends on the given situation every time. And then Game 3, so Kia was opting into a very high scaling comp. Am I right? Well, in order to win, I mean, there are a lot of comps you can play, early game comp, late game value comp, but we wanted to go for a comp that doesn't lose hard early on, but also still has priority in lane. Some kind of a balanced comp, and still that can spike in the late game as well. So that Jax in Game 3 was doing a great job, zoning out the opponents, especially their damage carries. And Deft, you managed to pop off on Varus as well. The most picked champion of the LCK career, but this was the first time you played Varus this season. So just like I said, there were so many bans towards the AD carry champions, and I think Varus is really versatile because you can play poke Varus, you can also play attack speed Varus, so we wanted to try out Varus today. And this guy just finished his military service and came here to watch you, Deft. So many fan signs here at Low Park supporting Kia. So with this win today, you guys secured a spot in the playoffs, and your next opponent is Kwangdong Freaks. Last time they played Genji, and they did a great job. I thought they put up a really good fight into Genji, so I think we really have to work hard preparing for that series up against Kwangdong Freaks, and we just managed to clinch playoffs. But in order to win the LCK title, we still have a long way to go, so we will keep grinding until the end. Exactly how I feel. I just watched Kwangdong play Genji yesterday. Sorry, my friends are distracting me, but yeah, I watched them play yesterday. And Kwangdong Freaks, they still have a really good potential and momentum. I mean, it was so close, actually. They almost won a game up against Genji, but too bad they actually failed to do so. It was so close. And it kind of showcased how good they are. So we will manage to come back stronger in that series. And this will be the end of the interview from the Kia POG. Send back to the space. Thank you.